Probably has the longest title that I've ever heard. Should I read it? Senior Vice President of Mission and Advocacy of Spalding Rehabilitation Network and Partners Healthcare at Home. And Oz has a raft of honors and awards, including his recognition as a champion of change by the Obama White House in 2015.
Oh, yeah.
But he would be the first to say that it is not the title and the awards that motivate and define who he is. So let's just take a moment to share with you the inner Oz, so beloved by his colleagues at Spalding's and Partners, some of them here tonight, and all who have got to know him through the years. First, humility and hard work. Oz was born in 1958, son of Cuban immigrants. Oz's mother was given thalidomide during her pregnancy, a common practice in that time, and it impacted the development of Oz's hands. Oz's work ethic came from his mother, who worked several jobs to provide for Oz and his sister. There were not many opportunities for Oz to play sports or participate in fun recreation as a child, so he focused his energy on working. He began working at the age of 13 in the dish room, where he gained early experience in understanding the central value of work in our lives. What you may not know about Oz is that he owned and operated Mucho Gusto Cafe and Collectibles, a Cuban restaurant in Boston in the late 1990s with his husband, John Verlinden. John is here tonight. Or Chef Johnny, whose cooking was inspired by Oz's mother, Aida. Oz worked the front of the house in the restaurant while Johnny did the cooking. But many people who came to the restaurant couldn't believe that Oz was the owner, because he would work so hard, work just as hard as the other servers. Oz never saw himself as being above hard work. And so that passion for work and his experience with a disability that led so many to question his potential, to assume limited ability, shaped what became his life's work, connecting people with disabilities to the workforce. Oz sees the talent that people with disabilities have and works with them to believe in themselves. He has been a mentor to young people. He is, after all, in the Mentoring Hall of Fame of Partners for Youth with Disabilities. And he tells businesses they need to hire people with disabilities not because it's the right thing to do, but because it's good business. Oz is passionate about inclusion. He has the lived experience of knowing deep inside how important inclusion is for young people. From Oz's office, there's a magnificent vista of the waterfront and the city skyline, right from the city of Charleston, where Spalding is. But you have to look down. You have to look down below to see his pride and joy. An inclusive playground on the grounds of Spalding that he helped design so that children of all abilities could play together. We are so grateful that Oz is a leader in our community and in our BSED network, and is a champion opening doors for people with disabilities. And so tonight, please join us in honoring Oz Mondejar for his extraordinary leadership as the voice for inclusion and equal opportunity for young people with disabilities. Alkia will present Oz with a citation from Mayor Mike Walsh.
So, unfortunately, Mayor Mike Walsh can't be present this evening, but it's my honor serving as a MAC committee member and under the Mayor's administration to present Oz with this wonderful citation. And it says, in honor of your leadership in making Boston's workplace more inclusive for all people to achieve their greatest potential, and in recognition of your tireless efforts to close the employment gap for people with disabilities, fighting for workplace accommodation and disabilities rights. On behalf of the City of Boston, thank you for making our city and this world a better place. Marty J. Walsh.
Okay, for outstanding civic leadership and inspiration as a voice for inclusive employment and equal opportunity for young people with disabilities.
Thank you so much.
So many great things have been said, and we're here because we support the work of MAC. And I want to thank, first of all, the folks that are here that are businesses that hire folks like myself that have disabilities. So I want to give them a round of applause, because it wasn't for the businesses, the long story short, I mean, so many things have been said that I don't really want to repeat it. I am honored to be on stage with Alice Wolf. You are a leader, you're a mentor, you are a friend to so many communities, and thank you. Like yourself, I have a beautiful family. And like yourself, my parents are immigrants as well. I grew up with a very strong mother, and she's not here this evening, but I know she's in my heart. And if it wasn't for her and her ability to speak and to really persevere, I wouldn't be standing before you. So I want to thank my sister, because we were the three musketeers. She never saw a difference. She's the one that taught me how to tie my shoes. She's the one that believed in me and didn't say, you can't. Because the world sometimes says you can't. And we say, what are you talking about? Of course we can. So Maximo, Lumi, you're terrific, and you're doing great work. I know you're at Wegmans now, Lumi. You started at Spalding, and look at you. And Max, this tux looks really good on you. So when someone says you can't, our parents stand in front of us, and our parents are really, really critical to why we're here today. And it's a work of MAC and their ability to advocate for us, and to really think about the potential and not look at what is perceived as a limitation. And so I think of work. I am a worker. I am really a really good busboy. And if it wasn't for that job at 13 years old, I don't know what I would have done. Quite frankly, I was failing in all aspects. So with that, we learned about BSET. I have great colleagues here today. Colleen Moran, which is a co-conspirator in everything we do, she leads this work with me. She perseveres and pushes all the managers to think above and beyond. Olga Farhan, which is an incredible ally. And the many, many partners, team members that I have here, both at Partners and Spalding. So I just want to thank you, because I didn't expect to be thanked for what I think is the right thing to do. I didn't expect to be honored, and there's so much more to do. So we're here tonight to honor Matt. So for your time, your generosity, and for those that speak on behalf of us that sometimes don't have a voice, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and we have a lot more work to be done. So let's go do it, and have a great evening.